Hello everyone, Capn McMuffin here, and welcome to the Let's Play that is going alongside Wind Waker. Ah yes, one of the most amazing games in video game history that we are going to be playing today. And for the next few weeks. It's not going to be very long, I don't think. It's not a very long game to begin with, but this is the game we are playing. Now, the first thing I should probably talk about before any of the game gets started while this little cutscene is playing is that this Let's Play is going to be very different from the ones I've done in the past. A lot of the Let's Plays, in fact all of them so far, have been silly and spontaneous and derpy, but this one's going to be a little bit different. This game is very emotional, very dramatic, very artistic, and that's a controversial thing that we can probably get to in a second while we actually start playing the game. But yeah, don't expect any of like the usual crazy off-the-wall humor and some of the rage maybe even that you'd come to expect from my channel after over a year of different things that we've been doing. Yeah, I can't believe it's already been a year already. But yeah, it's been an entire year of Let's Playing. And, but no, this game, I'm going to be a little bit more laid back, a little bit quieter, a little bit more descriptive, putting more thought into my words. Basically, setting the atmosphere. It's almost as if I were to play this game as if I were narrating it. And I don't mean narrating it as if it were the kind of Let's Play where I was just explaining everything that I was doing, like a walkthrough. Instead, I'm explaining about the game, the different feelings, sort of to enhance how the game is played. So we see here our protagonist here, his name is Wander, riding on his horse through this very ancient, worn down, very wild setting. And as he comes through this little archway here, we get our first glance of the Forbidden Lands. I don't remember if that's exactly what they're called, but we're just going to call them that for the sake of simplicity, because they are, after all, very forbidden in the game setting, in the story, in the plot. Not many are supposed to come here. In fact, no one is supposed to come here, and we'll find out why, and for very good reason, later on. And I really love this camera angle. The first time I played this game, I was like, okay, this bridge is pretty big. But as it pans out, it keeps going and going and going and going. We're not even halfway to the middle of the bridge yet. It's a massive, massive crevice. It's being covered by this enormous stone bridge. So, without further ado, welcome everyone to Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus. Ah, yes. Very artistic game. A very lovely, very emotional game. Anyway, we are going to start a new game. I don't know if I've filled up all of my save states already, but we're going to take a look real quick. Well, after I save it the first time. But anyway, as you can see, a little bit of time has passed, and Wander and his horse that he was riding on, Agro, has reached the end of the bridge, and now he's coming into this very spooky looking cavern. It's a temple. He's going to make his way here. Also, something I should note, we'll see in a second after this cutscene is over, but the horse animation is probably the best animation for a horse, the most realistic, I should say, in any game I've ever seen. Now, I haven't played that many video games, but man, this, to nitpick at some details, this is something truly amazing. And the door closes in behind them, which gives us the feeling that we will never be able to get out, it seems. This cavern is very dark and run down. It's very foreboding. And what I really like about these camera angles, how they sort of like ease in to places that are very dark, very large, very wide, and all that good stuff. Just that repeating pattern of that spiral downward in the bridge we saw earlier just is very massive, but at the same time a little bit frightening. We have no idea where we are. And the music, oh my god, it's so good. It fits the mood, whatever it may be, perfectly. Every single part of this game I love very, very much. And I actually only started playing it for the first time probably only a few years ago. We can see here for the first time that Wander is carrying something on the horse's back as well as himself. We'll find out what that is in a moment, but you can already see it's a person. Those bells in the background gives a very churchy feel. Sometimes I won't talk very much, just so you can get more of a very atmospheric feel while some of the major plot points are going on, just so you can get a bit of the environment without me talking over it. Wander is very stoic in that picture. That place began from the resonance of intersecting points. They are memories replaced by ends and not and etched into stone. Blood, young sprouts, sky, and the one with the ability to control beings created from light. In that world, it is said that if one should wish it, one can bring back the souls of the dead. But to trespass upon that land is strictly forbidden. And we see our first glance image, what have you, of the girl's face. There's always a girl in these games, don't you think? Something crawls up from the ground, and immediately the music changes. The horse always knows something's wrong before Wander does, it seems. Though at the same time, Wander seems to know this was going to happen, and he came prepared. What could be happening now? Thou possesses the ancient sword. So thou art mortal. Are you Dorman? I was told that in this place, at the ends of the world, there exists a being who can control the souls of the dead. Thou art correct. We are the one known as Dorman. She was sacrificed, for she had a cursed fate. Please, I need you to bring back her soul. That maiden's soul? Souls that are once lost cannot be reclaimed. Is that not the law of mortals? With that sword, however, it may not be impossible. Really? That is, of course, if thou manage to accomplish what we askest. What do I have to do? Behold the idols that stand along the wall. Thou art to destroy all of them. But those idols cannot be destroyed by the mere hands of a mortal. Then what am I to do? In this land there exist Colossi that are the incarnations of those idols. If thou defeat those Colossi, the idols shall fall. I understand. But heed this, the price you pay may be very heavy indeed. It does not matter. And that just crescendo of note, the music, just amazing. Hits me every time. Very well. The grandeur, the organ, the bells, the chorus makes you think that you are definitely, to put it quite frankly, in some deep shit. There thou shalt find the Colossi thou art to defeat. Alright. And soon we will gain control of Wander for the first time, and we will be off to defeat the first Colossus. There are 16 total, and we have to destroy them all. I think he's going to give us our first hint. Now be on thy way. Okay, maybe not. Anyway, so here's how this game is going to work. What we do is we'll get on our trusty horse Agro. I'm confusing the movie with the game horse. Anyway, we're going to go down here and be out of the temple, and we find ourselves in the Forbidden Lands. It's very diverse in the landscape, but it is very barren. There are no creatures outside of birds, lizards, and the Colossi. And there are also these trees here. And the trees, when you see certain trees like this one, then usually there are going to be some fruits on them. The fruits will increase your life, and the lizards that I mentioned a little bit earlier. Come on, Wander. Oh, it's over there. And the lizards, like I mentioned earlier, will increase the amount of time you can grab onto something. That circle is the grabometer, as I could call it, and the red line. The red line is your health. So let's see if we can find some of these fruits. I know there's like at least one here. I think I see one right there. So we will need to switch to... Ooh! I did not mean to do that. This is going well already. Yeah. I don't know why I climbed the tree, because I don't really need to. So we need to... No, not that. Switch to our bow. And we are going to aim at the fruit, which I think is... Ooh, I don't see it now. Let's see if we can see any other ones. Like I said, I know there's at least two. I think there's one right there. Let's see if we can hit it. No. Okay, so we're gonna need to look a little bit more. Oh my. Let's see. Huh. I can't see it. Oh wait, there it is. Haha. So now we need to go grab it by going down here where the fruit lies and switching to our hand and picking it up. And that will increase our life just the slightest bit. And there may be more fruits on there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just go and find our first Colossus. I don't think we'll find any lizards on the way there. But the main point of this game, in order to find the Colossi anyway, is we need to switch to our sword again. And whenever we're in a lit place, we're only in a partially lit place, wherever these bars of light converge, that's where the Colossus we're looking for will be found. So this first one is a bit of a tutorial, and I know exactly how it works out because I've played this game numerous times. I may get a little bit stuck here and there, but this first one is very easy. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to explain a little bit more how this this game is going to work as far as my commentary is concerned. Pretty much, I'm gonna every episode will be me destroying one of the 16 colossi. So if all goes well, then we will have 16 episodes total, maybe 17 or 18, depends on how things work out. And in each episode, I'm going to go over some sort of topic regarding either this episode or this game, some aspect of the game, or something related to video games in general. So for this one, hold on, let me try and do that again. There we go. For this one, I think what I'm going to talk about is something that is a little bit controversial among people who don't play video games themselves, and that is, are video games art? And that is quite a question, because art comes in all different shapes, sizes, forms, colors, what have you. But video games is something different. Video games are certainly a type of media, there's no denying that. But the real question at hand is, are the things that are portrayed in the medium, unlike paints and such... Hold on, I have to interrupt my own conversation to explain that we have found our first Colossus. And this is a big moment for anyone who hasn't played this game before and sees this first Colossus. You immediately understand why they're called as such, because, man, they are big. And as a matter of fact, this is not even the largest Colossus that we will find in the entire game. But then, at the same time, it's not the smallest either. But all of the Colossi are definitely much bigger than our friend Wander here. Anyway, as I'm going up to this guy, I will continue what I was saying. So, like I said, medium in art, like, say, yes, I know, Dorman, I know. I'm gonna lose my train of thought very fast here, excuse me. Because I'm trying to concentrate and talk at the same time. It's a very difficult task. Anyway. The main thing that people have a problem with video games when people try to consider them to be art is that sometimes there aren't enough, there isn't like an appropriate way to discern what is art. So, let's see, what is the point I'm trying to make here? I'm trying to make this a good quality Let's Play while I'm talking about topics, but it can be hard. Yeah. Art, in my opinion, is what can be defined as something that is aesthetically pleasing to the eye and is supposed to give the viewer some sort of emotional response of some sort. Now, with a lot of video games, this really isn't the case. I mean, there are a lot of mindless flash games out there that you probably wouldn't consider to be art. I mean, there are some games out there that there's definitely a style in mind. And what the hell am I doing? This is going terribly so far. But if you want my opinion, to get down to the very basic structure here, I think that video games are art, but only in certain senses. Now, when it comes to games like this, there's definitely an emotional response trying to be gained. Oh, come on, Wander, get up there. You know you can do it. He's not gonna do it. Come on now. It can be very hard sometimes to get up there. But think about it. We're on a moving, living creature. And it can certainly be difficult to climb up something that's moving. Have you ever tried to do that? But as for the question of whether this game in particular is art, I say it's a definite yes. Because this game brings together a lot of elements and a lot of... Oh, I'm gonna fall off. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Well, you can already see where this is going. I'm really trying as hard as I can, and for some reason I just can't do it. It's the first Colossus, and I just can't seem to do it. But sometimes that's just what happens. Sometimes these episodes may take a while, and this certainly is the case. But I'm not going to end the episode until it's done. And come on, Wander. Oh, jeez. I have to grab on. Let's see. Oh! Yes, I know. But anyway, this game definitely brings together a lot of elements that are supposed to give you an emotional reaction. Okay. I honestly don't know what I was thinking there, just trying to climb up myself. But now, for real, we can make our way up. You know you'll have done something right when at first you see a cutscene and then the music changes to something a little bit more intense. But yeah, this game brings together so many different elements that will make you feel so immersed in the game. The music, the art, the style. Oh my goodness gracious, I just can't do this. I want to scrap the recording and start over. But honestly, oh my god, I can't do it. It's the first Colossus, and I'm just not being able to do it. But I'll get up there, don't worry. It may take some time, but I will do it. come on, Wander. Don't do this to me. Oh, jeez. Well, this isn't working just exactly how I wanted it to. I apologize for that. Okay, let's try to bring him down again. Okay. Now let's get up. Let's start climbing. Please. Once we get to the top of him, it'll be a lot easier. But right now, I'm just trying to get up. Come on. Come on, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Ah, yes. Okay. Now we can do it. At least I hope so. Oh, I'm sorry that this is going a little slowly. This is the first Colossus and it should be easy, but honestly, I'm having some trouble. I don't really know why. But yeah, this game can get extremely challenging, especially with one I have in mind that is the bane of everyone who plays this game's existence. Anyway, now we're seriously making progress, and I am glad of that. Now that we're on the shoulders of the Colossus, by the way, I don't think I mentioned his name. His name is Valus. You'll recognize him from the icon that I made for this game on my channel. So he's gonna swing us about, but we found this little sigil on his head, and he will spew this disgusting black blood. Which another thing that lets you know how unnatural these beings are. And it really only takes a few swings a few stabs rather, to bring him down just so. He goes down. Now the thing about when you destroy a Colossus, and I'm sure you'll feel this if you haven't seen this game and you're watching it on my channel, you'll immediately notice that the music of the game suddenly becomes very sad, like you did something wrong, and then these weird tendril things get stuck into your body and you start spewing this black smoke. It's very strange. But yeah, right after you kill the Colossus, up until that point, you feel like you're slaying a monstrous beast, like something in a fairy tale. But once you actually kill it, then you sort of feel bad for it, like you did something wrong. And no, I'm not going to save right now, but I will save it after the next episode. And somehow, we've ended up back here with this mysterious black shadow staring over us. Wander picks himself up, dusts himself off, and moves on to the next Colossus. But before we can do that, he goes to take a look at his beloved. We're actually not quite sure in the game if this is someone he loves, though it's probable. And now we see our first glimpse of our first Colossus. The statue glows, and it falls. Which is confirmation that we have definitely killed the first Colossus. And then, Dorman is going to give us a hint for our second Colossus, where we'll find him and how to defeat him. My next foe is in the seaside cave. It moves slowly. Raise thy courage to defeat it. Okay, with those mysterious words, we are going to end off the first episode of Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode, where we go and find the second Colossus. And I'll be talking about a different topic. Sorry I didn't get to talk much about the whole art thing. Maybe I'll continue in the next episode. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Capn McMuffin, and I will see you again next time.